So you have to please download this solid version. Don't download this current version because there are many modules which are not yet finalized in the current. So you might face some issues in the current module if you have downloaded that. So if you have downloaded, you can uninstall it and again install this solid version because that is recommended as most user, and you have to run it as an administrator while installation. Again, it is very easy to learn. I don't know about your background on what software you have worked, but let me share our experiences. We have worked on Stata. We tried to learn R also, and we worked on the SPSS. Most commonly, we were using SPSS till this JAMOVI came. And then, the learning curve of this JAMOVI is so easy. Before that, what was happening? Everyone was coming to our department of CFM, all the residents, because there was an issue with this subscription of SPSS. For all the students and all, it needs a subscription. And license, like everyone, you have to pay for that. But this JAMOVI is free. And now they are also like, we are finding it so easy, like all our students, whether it is UGs, even we make our UG students learn this JAMOVI because they also apply for this STS and a lot of other research activity they also do. So this has made our life also very easy because we don't need any license for that. You can easily download it from the this web, and if it can be done on the web based version also, and it has got both the interface, like there's a data, because yesterday only I was checking something on SPSS, and for in SPSS also what is happening every time you have to see the output window and then you have to see the data set. Again, if you are missed clicking something, you again have to repeat the same step. So that's the problem in the SPSS. But in JAMOVI, that issue is not there. It has got a dynamic interface. So on this side, it is the data towards the left side, like Excel, and towards the right side, it is the output window, means the result. And learning curve is so easy. You don't need to remember anything. Even if, like, you will see later, many times, previously in our PG days, we used to remember what is the non-parametric of independent sample t-test, what is non-parametric of paired t-test. That was a very common question which was asked. But these with JAMOVI, all these options is there in one interface. So even if you don't remember what is the name of the non-parametric, you can just click it. So it's very easy. It is a point and click design, because those of you who know R, so you have to write a little bit of command in R. And that's why, even if we learned, but we forgot. Why? Because if you don't do it regularly, you will forget. But in JAMOVI, even if you have left your analysis for 1 month or 2 months, the moment you are back to this JAMOVI, everything is there in your mind. Why? Because the learning curve is very easy and it is only a point and click design. So it is free and open source. There's no hidden cost in it. It has got all the comprehensive feature, like you can see here. You can see this is your basic package where you have got t-test, ANOVA, regression, and then you have got this again for advanced, like this major, which is for meta-analysis, and factor. This is for the factor analysis. So it has got mostly, even the meta-analysis also, you can perform all the major type of meta-analysis using this JAMOVI. And we have just organize one workshop, like 2 workshop of the meta-analysis using this JAMOVI also. And in this, there's a syntax mode. If you click that, it generates the R syntax for all the actions. So you can also reproduce your analysis. And it has got a dynamic output. Like right now, you can see in this picture. I will show these things also. Here you can see it is here, like I have moved this gender only here in this field. But later, if I move this religion also, then also this will come. The result you will see. So now I'll show you how to install. I'll demo this once, and then I'll perform a few activity on JAMOVI, how to import the data set. So let's say this is my, I may type here, I have come to this Google, okay? This is my Google interface. I'll go back. So this is Google. I'll just type JAMOVI and then JAMOVI download, this button comes. So you click this and this comes as a JAMOVI desktop. And here you can see like the JAMOVI open statistical software for desktop and cloud. So I will use this JAMOVI for desktop. And here I can see that now it has this version is there. So that 28 was the old version because we had that one with in our system. I have installed this one also. So this 2.6.26. This is the current version. I mean the newest version. Don't install this. Why? It has got some latest feature, but not for you now. Maybe. Why? Because then you will have problem in getting the output and then you will be confused in the breakout room that I am not having this output or no, something is happening to my JAMOVI. So please download this 2.6.26 solid. How to do that? You just have to come here and you can see there are Windows version and there is a Mac version. Again, I think those of you who are having Mac version, you can try doing it. You might face some challenges. I don't know. नहीं, बीच में था वो ठीक हो गया. Okay. So Dr. Shamshad is saying that is there with the QDA miner, not with this JAMOVI. In the Mac, okay, that's okay, because many times participants say that, they are not able to, but in JAMOVI, it is not having any issue. So window, you can use this solid. So you have to click this window solid. Click this exe since it is there in my this thing. If I click this x64, this 64 bits, it will ask you to save somewhere. So I've already saved it and I ran it as an administrator. I have made this software like this thing work as an administrator in my PC, but that's why I'm not doing it. But again, you can save it at one place, open it, then keep on clicking next, next, and next. And then at last, it will show finish, right? So this is how you can download this. Means run as administrator means you have to right click it. Let me show this. As Dr. Shamshad is saying me too. This is your website shared. No. I've saved this file. I've saved these JAMOVI versions. Okay. So this is my JAMOVI. So I will right click this and this option, run as administrator. Can you see this option? Click on this option. So save that JAMOVI, this file anywhere. If you want to keep it as save it on desktop and right click and click on this option of run as administrator. Right click and this option. Is it clear to everyone? Please see these steps. Otherwise, then later you might face some issue when you are performing your analysis. And then when you have to open, just go to this window, type JAMOVI. So in my case, there are two. I have this older version also and this newer version also. So I will click on this JAMOVI 2.6.26. I will open this. Since it is installed in my this thing, that's why. I'm waiting.
Ma'am, 2.3.28 is the latest version?
No, that is the older.
Basically,
but if you have that, like whatever, I think in scale development, you must have installed that.
Yes.
That is okay. You can go. Yeah, you can use that. No need. Like there is some extra feature in chi-square because what it does, like about the this JAMOVI na, like it is an open source. So people, they keep on writing and adding modules. So we were just seeing the chi-square option yesterday, and now they have added one or two more options, but that is not needed. Even if you do it with the 28, that is okay. So in this case, this is the interface. And this is the way I was showing you. This is here the data will appear, and here it will be the dynamic output. Now how to import the data. So I will show you few activities here. So let me open the exercise which I have to show. So we have shared the sheet with you people. I'll go to this 7th. So this is session 1. And here, if you see, so now my first activity is I have to import the given data file in JAMOVI. Okay. So how to import it? See, I'll see which one is the Excel sheet which I have to import. So this is the Excel sheet. So this is like 7th basic JAMOVI dataset, stage 1. So I'll open this sheet in this thing, because for demo, I have named these sheets like that. So let's say these are the data which you people have filled up in the Google form, and we have added few more data set from the previous workshop participants. So how I will do it? I will go here, and here if you like I was talking to you before I import the sheet, let me show you a few more options. Like here you can see this is the variable. So if you click, the variable will appear here. The data set will appear here. There are some options in the data set like compute. This is the the setup. Then you can see there's a compute where you can perform some computation option. Here is the transformation. Then this is the, if you want to add variable, add a column in between, you can use this. If you want to delete a column, between column, you can use this option. If you want to use the option of filter, then you can use this one. This is for the option to add any row. Okay. And now here, if you see, there are a few more options. So now I'll import the data. So I'll click on this option. So what I did, there are these three horizontal lines. Can you see these 3 horizontal lines just before variables? So click on this and click on this open. When you click on this open, it shows you 2 options. There is this PC and there is a data library. Because JAMOVI also has got some data set on which you can learn these analysis technique. But again, we will go with this option. We are not using the data of JAMOVI library. That way I'll use this. You can see this blue color. So if this blue color is like highlighted, that means this one is active here. So I will go to this browse option. I'll click on this browse. And then I will show the path to this. So I'll go to the specific folder. This data set is saved in session 1. This JAMOVI stage 1. I will open this. And when you open, you can see here, it can import all type of data files. JAMOVI, CSV, Open Document, Excel, SPSS, data, SASP, JASP, all files it opens. It takes all the file format. So now you can see here the total number of we have got the total 171 responses. Now this is the data set. Now I need to do, I think it is already coded. No, like feeling, okay. Here you can see, now I need to define these variables. So you go and click these. If you click these variables, this will appear here. Like age, gender, state, this will show up all the variables. Now if I click this age, I'll start with this age. If you double click this, this will appear here. Okay. So if you see this age, now by default, when you import the sheet from the Excel, you need to again redo this data variable means variable creation here, not creation, some modification, because it doesn't import the way it is actually there in the Excel. Because in Excel, you don't define that variable, it is whether it is continuous or a categorical. But here in JAMOVI, you need to define this. So how you will do this? You double click this, then this window will appear.
Just a minute, ma'am. There are two files in it. One is original.xlx and the other one is stage one. Which one do we download?
Stage one.
No, just
Original is for reference because we have cleaned that data. So don't use original.
Share PDF for instruction. Just
Okay,
today.
okay. Should I do that first?
No. Just you go through the instruction that we have shared today in PDF. Stage 1 is stage 2, original. These all files has their own purpose. Finally, we will do all the work on stage 2. This original is only for reference purpose. You need not to use it. But for understanding how we have proceeded from original data to stage 1 for the purpose of workshop, and then finally have a stage 2 data on which we will do the complete analysis. These all files are just for the purpose of workshop, nothing to do with the actual analysis.
Have you I mean, is it clear, Dr. Ravi?
Yes, ma'am. So we use stage one, ma'am.
Stage one. Yes,
Right
you
now.
use stage one.
Right now.
So again, I'll go to this. So I have double clicked on this age. So if you double click on this age, this will appear here. This window. Now you tell me, by default, it has taken nominal, but age is a which type of variable? Is it a nominal variable? If I click on this drop down, you can see it
Continuous
shows you.
variable.
Yes. So here you can see there are options: nominal, ordinal, continuous. It is a continuous. So I'll click this continuous. Again, the data type. It defines like whether it is an integer or whether it is a discrete. Means integer or a decimal or a text. So this is an integer. Age will never be, in my case, it will be incomplete, this thing. So write it as a integer. And then missing value, right now I'm not touching this, no need.
Ma'am, why can't it be like 36.2 or 48.4?
Because I have not collected the data like this, but if in
Understood.
Okay. If you plan to do it, you can do that. So again, if you click on this, like right click, then next variable will come. Here you can find there are two tabs. There is a this arrow, and then there is a this arrow, and then there are this arrow. So if you click on this arrow, it will go like towards the right side. If you go, it will go to the previous one. If you click this, it will get closed. Okay. Again, I'll double click this. Yes. So Dr. Farzana has raised. Yeah, Dr. Farzana.
Ma'am, just I wanted to confirm, like if we do not have coded our data set previous to enter this sheet, then can we do coding in the JAMOVI?
No.
Oh.
You need to do the coding, means we assume that you will get that. That's why we took the exercise that data coding and data entry, all those before we have come to this JAMOVI.
Okay.
Because coding, you cannot. Yes, if you have imported the data only as a number, you can describe level here, that I'll show here. Okay, but number you cannot give here in JAMOVI.
Okay, thank you.
So like here you can see it's only like 1 and 2 is here. So gender is a which type of variable? It is a nominal. Data type is integer, so I don't need to change it. But suppose if 1 is for, I say that one, the code is for female, and that I'll show you. There's a sheet which we have shared, and 2 is for male. So if you write this, then you see the number will remain here. This shifts to the right. This one and this two. So you can define the label. Remember in the option of this SPSS, we write label those number. So if you can define the numbers as a variable in JAMOVI, but you cannot perform the other way around. Means you cannot collect the data in text and give number here. Okay, but you can collect the data in number, import the sheet, and then later label those variables numbers as a text, like the way we are doing it here. Again, if you go to the right, click.
ऑलरेडी मेल फीमेल है तो उसको 1 2 नहीं कर सकते हैं.
That let me open that sheet where there is a I'll show you the coding. I mean number, real-time data collection, categorization, decision. एक second. Here if you see, these codes I have decided. So this one is for female and this 2 is for male. Next, like I have to label and describe the following variable, the gender, then diabetes mellitus, and as 0 as yes, and this is as no, then RH status, 1 as positive, and then 2 as a negative, then PHQ4, again, where 0 I will write for not at all, 1 for several days, 2 for more than half of a day, and 3 is for nearly every day. So I have to label these. So let's go. And this why we are writing these labels, because otherwise in output, you will get the result as 0 and 1 or 1 and 2. So every time you have to see like what is 1 and what is 2. So if you label these variables in the output, you will get it like male and female. That we'll see. So this I have written again. If you click on this right, these are state. State is a nominal. It will be in the text. So I have left it as such. Monthly expense is a which type of variable? Is it a nominal variable or a which type of variable? What option should I choose here?
Continuous.
Yes. So I have chosen, again, it is a integer. I have collected it as an integer. Then again, blood group. Which type of variable? It is A, B, and B and O. Again,
Nominal.
yeah. So you can write like 1, or even if it is not needed. Why? Because I have collected it as a text. So that's why I cannot give a number to it now. Now this is 1 and 2 are its status. So I may write it as 1 as a, let me see the this thing, 1 as positive and 2 as negative. So I'll go here, 1 as positive and 2 as negative. And then you can see the number. Number, it is appearing here. This 1 you can see, and this 2 also you can see. Again, coming to the next one, let's say weight is a continuous, decimal, height is a continuous, SVP is nominal. So you need to, so what I mean, like keep on going towards the next, and check the variable once. Whenever you import any data sheet and you correct that nature of the variable, like SBP by default, it takes it as a nominal. But again, you need to change this to continuous. Remember, that's why I said that it is important for you to identify the nature of the variable and to change in this interface. Again, DBP, I will change it to continuous. Then again, diabetes is a nominal. So 0 will be your like absent status, no diabetes. and 1 is your diabetes is present. Then again I'll go this feeling of anxious on edge. So there are 4 levels. Again, this is a type of ordinal. So I'll change it to ordinal and then I will write 0. So you may see what are the names here. So 0 is not at all, 1 is several days. So you can write here 0, not at all. You can write several days. Then next was you are more than half the days and nearly every day. Okay, if you have written it somewhere, you can again copy this and you can paste this here also. And then on nearly every day, I have copied this and I have pasted this. Now again, this was there for all the 3 variable. So what I can do, one more option, you select all these variables because for all these 4 questions, the same response format is there. So what I'll do, I'll click. Now I need to define for other 3 variables also. So I have selected all the 3 variables, all these 3 questions, and this you can see here. So for a Likert type of item, if there are like 16 or 18 items are there, questions are there, and the response format is same. So you can select all these together by clicking this option of selection here. Click, select this from this interface. And then at once you can put these response name. Like now I will put, so I have shown you with 1. And then I have selected all the 3 and then you will see that I'm just copying the response from there. This is more than half a days. Nearly every day. So now you will see if I and then press enter. So now you can just see this has appeared for this variable also, for this variable also, and for this variable also. So together you can select. Similarly, like yes and no responses, you can again have these. So this is how you put the label to these variables. And then if you close this and go to this data view, so you can see the data view also, all these 4 questions. Again, if you see this again, it is appearing a nominal. So you can, this I forgot to correct this. So correct this also, select these together and then change this to ordinal. So by this sign also you can come to know if the sign is like this, it is a nominal variable. If the sign is like this, it is a ordinal variable. So this sign is for the nominal variable and this sign is for the ordinal variable. Now the next activity is I have to do the computation of BMI. So For activity, we have created one more variable which is for the spouse. So now I will go to the another data set where I have coded, because for demonstration I have used this data set, but this second stage 2, okay, so this I have to calculate here only. Just a sec. So now I've got this weight and height here, and I have to calculate the BMI. So you can apply any formula using the option of computation. So here you can see this compute option. So in compute, what I'll do, you put your cursor near this variable only, because then whenever you press this option of compute, your next variable appears next to this selected column. So I will click on this compute and then define this variable. So I will write here as a BMI. And here you may describe this like body mass index. And then there is this fx is there, which is the function. So if you click this, you can see there are many functions here, like there are mathematical function. If you go down, there's a statistical function. If you go down, then there are some logical function and some text function. So we are not going into these functions now. I have to apply a formula, and I may apply the formula like what is the body mass index formula? Weight in kg divided by height in meter square. So simple, I may perform this. So I'll select the variable. So you need to select the variable. So I need to select like weight. So I will double click this. Then weight got selected here. Then this oblique is for the division. So I have selected this oblique from this typing this thing, and then I will in the bracket. So in denominator you have to write like height in meter square, but height I have collected as a centimeter. So what I'll do, I'll select this height, and again this option of multiply is by the star. So I'll press this star, again select this height, and then because I have selected the height twice, so if I want to convert that into meter, I need to multiply it by 0.001. So I have multiplied by 0.001. I'll close the bracket. No, it's okay.
Okay.
And then I'll press enter. So if I pressed enter, you can see here the BMI is there. Okay. This was the BMI. Now this weight and height of spouse. So spouse, you need to change the nature of the variable because it is showing the nominal. So it is again, the same formula. Computation, can we choose the computation? No. So here if you need to compute the,
Direct.
again you go to the compute, define this variable. Many variable appeared by mistake. I click thrice. So I will delete this. How to delete this? There is an option of this delete. So this I will delete. This also I will delete. And this is the AA. I will double click this. Define this variable as BMI of spouse S. And then again, I will select again the same thing, weight. And again, like in height, in the bracket, again multiplied by height, and then multiplied by 0.001, and then close the bracket. So this will be here, this BMI also got calculated. So this was the, okay. So like if you want to calculate the Z score, then go to compute, go to function, go to this statistical. It is like alphabetical. So Z comes in the last. Z, and then
Height.
select, let's say height. And then press enter. But it will appear here since I have clicked. So it will appear like towards the last. And press enter. So this is the Z score of height. This AB variable, you can write here like Z score.
There are many options in maths.
Of
You need to explain.
height. And this will appear here. Okay. Now the next activity, the next is I have to calculate total PHQ score. So how to do that? I will go to this. So there was a PHQ. If I see here, there are 4 questions. So these are the 4 questions. So I will create a variable here. Go to this compute. And I need total score. So I will write total score here. In this function, you can select this option of sum. So there is the option of sum. You select this sum. And from here, you start selecting these variables. But right now, these variables are like the name of these variables are very long. I should have written like Q1, Q2, Q3 or item 1, item 2, item 3. But currently, just for demonstrating, I am showing it. Select these variables, write comma. I can change that. I will do that. Again, select this variable, comma, select third, comma, and then select fourth, and then press enter. So it will show you the total score. I can change these variables because I said that name of the variable should be small. So I'll go here and I will write here like item 1. Or I may write Q1. Then I'll go to this. I'll write here as Q2. Then I'll write Q3. And then I will write Q4. But now, this which I have to do this once again. Why? Because it was on some other variable. So what I'll do, I'll delete this column. And I'll again create one more computation. I'll go to this compute. This is the total score. And then I will go this on sum. And I'll select this Q1, comma, Q2, comma, Q3, and Q4. So addition you perform like this. Press enter and then you will have your total score. So these are the total score. So now next one is like I have to, so these two we have seen the option of computation. Next is your option of transformation. So now many times you need to transform your continuous variable into the categorical variable. So how you will do that? Suppose let's see this first question. I have to transform this variable of age into less than 21, 21 to 30 and more than 30. So how to do that? I'll go on this JAMOVI. I will go to this variable of age. And here I will click on this option of transform. So I may write that age category Here the source variable is age, since I have just clicked it next to age. And then there is a formula here, you can see, using transform, so it saves the formula. So right now I am creating a for transformation rule. So I'll click on this transform. I may give a name to it. So transform, and then I may write as age. And then there's an option of like recode condition. If you click on this add recode condition, and then you need to define like what is your condition. So see, there is a very small arrow here. So you need to click on this drop down. So if you click on this drop down, it will show you few of the operators like equal to. In JAMOVI, equal to is shown by double equal to, and then it is not equal to. It writes also. If you see this, the moment you place your cursor, it gives you the meaning of these operators. So click on this. So I have to select like the first condition was less than equal to 21. Let me see this. What was the first one? Less than 21. It is not less than equal to, it is less than 21. So what I'll do, I will click less than. This I will delete, less than 21. And then what I need to use, here I need to put this in bracket, not in bracket, sorry, as a inverted comma, but single inverted. So less than 21 here, and or I will just write like less than 21 and put a single inverted. Then again, I need to use another one, add recode condition. So next is my 21 to 30. 21 to 30. So what I'll write here? So lower it takes on its own. So that's why 21 it has taken. So next I have to give the upper condition, which is the less than or equal to 30. So what I'll select here? I will select less than equal to 30. And what I'll use here? I will write 21 to 30, but I have to put it as inverted, single inverted. Else I will write use as more than 30. So I will write more than 30 and close this. So see, there are some missing values. 38 it has not taken. So again I will have to see what error I did. So else use, I have to write more than 31 this, and I think another this, it has not taken this one, like use less than 21. So less than 21 and single inverted. So now you see it has been populated. So you see the age category, now it is more than 30, 21 to 30 and less than 30. So I have, using this transformation rule, I have transformed this age category. Now the beauty of this transformation rule is like if you have got spouse age also, and if you need to transform the age of the spouse also, when you create this transform, that rule is here. So now you can see I have got this rule of transform age. So I don't need to perform this action again. I can just select this option from this drop-down menu, and the age of my spouse also will be transformed using the same criteria. So that's the utility of this rule of transformation. Whenever you create a rule, like in case of any BMI also, if you have create this BMI rule, and if you any further, like if you are taking BMI twice, and if you use the same rule, then again the other variable will also get transformed if you select this rule from this drop down menu. Am I making myself clear to all of you? Any, can I see the chat box? Sorry to ask, but can't we do coding using transform? Ignore the question if not relevant. Coding using transform means you want to say, like, if you have taken the response in words and then want to the same question which you asked initially, Dr. Farzana?
Yes, ma'am, exactly. That's same
No.
because I'm used to do the same coding in SPSS using transform function. So is it ideal to, ideally we should do this or not?
Text coding, we can.
Oh, let me, I think I have not done it. Let me see it.
Text coding you can do. Right?
Okay, sure, ma'am.
Like you are already coded male and female, and now you want to code male as 1 and female as 2. Okay, you can the same way using transform function. You can code, but again we are
There
saying
is
it's a very
limitation.
cumbersome
No.
exercise.
I'll tell you. There are many functions which you cannot have few functions
Yes.
on transform variable. If you use, I'll show you in the later part of this. If you use that transform, it always see in transform variable. Can you see that it there is a dot, red dot, or something like that? So all the transform variable, there are few functions which it doesn't take. Like in case of if you want to give name or label to this,
Labeling name of
this is not possible, and probably exactly I am not very much aware like what all we can't do, but few things we can't do on transform variable. So like let me go further into your question.
But again, if you are not using coding for basic, there is no difficulty in doing basic data analysis. You need not to code. You just use text, male and female. You will not face any difficulty. What we are saying repeatedly, that you may face difficulty in higher analysis. And suppose like you have not coded symptoms and you want to know the total number of symptoms, how it will be possible.
No, but she's saying now using the transform
Yes,
function.
using transform
Yes,
can be.
ma'am. Just my question is कि
I got your
usually I am doing coding before to exporting the sheet, but
Yes.
many times what happens in couple of codes we have not coded what is required for advanced analysis. For example, regression analysis or I mean to say regression analysis. So in that case, we have to do coding while we are doing the analysis. So at that time, during the analysis, if we want to code a couple of variable, then is it possible to use transform
Transform
function
option.
for coding?
Again, let me check whether it will work or not.
करेगा. We have done did it yesterday only.
We did it yesterday. I think we have done it.
Yeah.
I did it, but again, but again, what I can recall, it has got few limitations. Probably that limitation I'm not able to correctly recall now. But like Dr. Shamshad is saying, yes, you can do, and there's no issue. So you can.
Yeah, because I had tried on SPSS using the same transform function that I
It is
recall when
working.
you were
Okay.
showing this function. Then
And it is working, right?
it's working.
Okay, then it will work here also.
Okay.
Okay. So I think should we go breakout room? What about should we go breakout room later part or
Later part.
so it's 1:23 probably. We can break for lunch. And Dr. Kirti is asking coding is for categorical data and transform is for grouping. Actually, coding is generally because yes, coding is generally we do because categorical data is for quality. For numerical data, so already the data collection is in the form of a number only. So it is not having any problem. And transformation is for when you want to convert your continuous data into a categorical data, then you use the option of transform. Okay, Dr. Kirti. Transform option is used whenever you have got a continuous data, but for some purpose you need to
Labeling
transform. That means you need to convert that into categorical, probably the BMI, if you want to take out the percentage of obese individual, or for PHQ also. you need to make it as a category, because if you see for any scale, they give like if the score is between this and this, it is normal. If it is more than 10, it is abnormal or it is depressed. So for that, you need to convert your continuous data into a categorical data and transform option, like for, let's say this BMI. This is again the same. I'll show this BMI to BMI category.
Normal, mild, moderate.
This, if I go to this created BMI, I have created this BMI, this one. So now if I need to transform this, I'll click on this option of transform, and I will use this BMI underscore category, and source variable is BMI. Now I need to, because this rule is not there, so I'll again create a new transform rule. I will write here transformed underscore BMI, and then I'll click on this add recode condition. So I'll click on this add recode condition, select this like less than 18.5. So I'll write here like less than 18.5. So it will be used like undernourishment or underweight. And then put that into, whenever you write something, put that into a single inverted comma. Again, I will click on this add recode condition. And from here, I'll select the operator. So I said that whenever you transform, it takes the lower boundary if you have specified it above. So since I have given 18.5, I will click here the 22, because if I am taking the WHO criteria, it is 24.9. So I will click on this option of less than equal to, it is lower, and 24.9. And I will write here, in that case, I have to use like normal. So that's why I will write here as normal. I will write here as normal. And again, I will add recode condition. And I will select here, since it has taken, I have given the lower boundary. So I'll give the next boundary as less than 29.9. So less than equal to 29.9, less than equal to 29.9, and then use overweight. So overweight. Again, I need to add recode condition. Okay, less. Okay, एक ही obese का I'm making only single, so I don't need. So in that case, I will cut this. Else, I will use the obese. So I will put this obese. Obese, it is not taken. So again, obese. एक second, in OB आ जाएगा. S is not functional. Obese. And then you press enter. And then you can see this variable. Now you can check also the individual variable. So it is 24.9. So it is, so what I did, there is one mistake which I did. I have only mentioned 24.9. So it has taken 24.90. So that's why 24.9 is. So what I need to do, I'll again double click and I'll go to this. There's an option of edit. Can you see? So you click on this option of edit. And here maybe I will write here less than 25, less than equal to 25. Then use normal. And here also I will click as less than equal to.
Less than 25 per digit, 25 नहीं जाएगा उसमें.
एक second. So, or 24.99 also you can write. Let me, either you can write 24.99 or you can change the operator. So operator you can select less than, I will cut this and 25. Then use normal. Again here, For overweight, I have to use less than. Again, operator I need to select. Let me cut this. And I will add recode condition. For that, let me just start. And then I will select this. So less than 25 normal. So now I need to select less than 30. 30. And then I will use overweight. Overweight. Else obese. And now I think it got corrected. So if you misspecify, now it is 24.9 is normal, 32 is obese. So you can check with the individual values also. 20 is normal. So this is how you can, if you have done any wrong, given any wrong command, there is an option of edit also. So you can use this option of edit to edit your this thing. It has again appeared. Okay. So this was regarding the transform option. So transform option is when you want to make the categorical variable out of continuous variable, you give a formula to it or you give a condition to it and transform the variable, and you edit the option also. So any question before we break for lunch? Dr. Keith is okay. Okay. So if then I think after lunch we are meeting again at 2 o'clock.
Break up.
Let them join and then we'll see.
Ma'am, can I ask one question?
Yes, Dr. Farzana.
Ma'am, actually, in my data set, the main objective is to analyze the stunting, wasting, and this kind of growth indicators. And I'm using the WHO Anthro software, but it's very difficult to use for me. So is there any options like we can do analysis in the JAMOVI?
Yes. Why not?
Just for only that you should वो ही हम लोगों को use करना है और कोई और है?
Since it is a specialized this thing, so I think we need to interact with you in a separate time probably, and probably then we will be able to guide you more on your data set. Let me first see what is that, and then probably I'll be able to advise more.
Okay, sure, ma'am. Then I'll do the data set first, and then
Yes,
as per your
probably we can have a separate this thing, and if you can send few of your snips of your data, then we can see, and then we will revert back to it.
Sure, ma'am. Sure, ma'am. Okay, thank you so much, ma'am.
My pleasure.